Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode on my channel. My name is Nora, and today we are talking about how to deal with difficult news or some sort of loss. So, obviously, I can only speak from experience, and in the last year, I have gone through 5 or 6 surgeries due to being shot in December 2023. And so it's been a really, really long journey for me. I spent, I think, 264 days in hospitals within 1 year, which is a lot. It's over 8 months. So when I heard when I found out last week, as I was getting out of the hospital after receiving my new hip prosthetic, um, I found out that my next surgeries will be pushed back by around 9 months up to a year. So that means that I have at least another year of healing ahead. Whereas I was ready to crack on with these surgeries, like in the next months. We actually started doing tests and stuff. So that really got my hopes up. And the surgeries we're talking about directly affect my daily life. So, for example, with my hip, I couldn't walk for a year. That also affects my daily life. At least that's sorted now. That is amazing. But there are other things that my body is unable to do at the moment as well. So, when I found that out, like first initial was like fucking shock. I was like, what? Like I had already started getting my hopes up, and that also is another very good reason to live in the present moment, actually, especially if you're in the hospital. And then I was just devastated. I was like, oh my God, like another year? Are you serious? It was really, really disappointing. And I straight up just after a while, I just started crying and crying and crying and crying. And it was sort of going on the entire day. I would cry for a while and then I would stop and cry again. And it was actually my mom's birthday. So I didn't want to tell her. And then also, I didn't want to bother my dad, who had like a really difficult day at work. It was just one of these things like I knew that I would be able to talk about it in a normal, unemotional, like normal manner. So I didn't want to reach out to people as I was like going through it. Okay. And of course, there's nothing wrong about reaching out to people as you're going through something really difficult, and you know what I'm saying. But normally, I don't really like to do that. Although I did send some messages to my best friend that was kind of like like this. And she did say that it's fine when I do that because I felt bad about it. But still, I don't like doing that. Okay. So anyway, as I was going through all of that, I got so low. I was going through like I lost all will to continue. I was getting a little bit like not exactly suicidal, like a few thoughts about being suicidal because I have a long history of depression and all of that stuff. Um, but mostly just like I can't do this anymore kind of vibes. And I would say that I generally deal with stress really well. Like I don't freak out in high stress situations. Also, when I got shot, I didn't freak out. I didn't freeze. Of course, I had to run inside and stuff, but I maintain a completely clear head normally, and I am able to take action. And but that is not obviously a good place to be long term. It's not healthy for your body. It's, undergoing a lot of stress that way. So I knew that I had to feel my feelings essentially and get through it that way. Because also I've been sober for a year. And it is thanks to this that I have learned how to feel my feelings. Because in the past, whenever there would be like any slightest discomfort, I would just have a drink. I would have like a glass of wine or something. And yeah, that is not the one. So I basically decided, okay, I'm gonna give myself like 24 hours roughly to go through this, feel all my feelings, cry it out, and be sad about it. But then I have to get better. And how to do that? So I decided to go digging and I found a new purpose, a reason to continue. It was pivotal in that moment. I really needed something to grab onto to continue on this path, because by finding out that I can't have this surgery, it takes a lot from me. It takes a lot of options away from me of living a normal life. So I needed something, a new goal, a new vision, a new tunnel vision. And honestly, that is also how I got through the hardest moments after I got shot and was in Mexico in a hospital. I simply, again, created a tunnel vision for myself. I only focused on getting better. There was no other way. There was no doubt. There was no question. Since day one, my entire family, we have all focused only on getting better. And also, as I was going through some really, really challenging days, because in Mexico, my pain was like 11 out of 10 every day because I had a bullet in my body for a month and a half, and I was only getting paracetamol. Just makes me laugh. Like, how is that even fucking possible? Anyway, I remember this is very niche, but I remember every time they would do wound cleanings on me, I had several wounds that hurt like hell when they were cleaning them. I would focus with my dad on how we are going to travel in the future, how we are going on a holiday. And when I was in pain, like, and they weren't like cleaning my wounds or something, I was watching a lot of cat videos and specifically people feeding raw diet to their cats. I don't even own a cat, okay? But I created this scenario in my head that when I get to Estonia, because that was my goal to get back to Estonia, then I will get a cat and I'm going to feed it raw diet. I still don't have a cat, but that is what got me through these days, okay? So I needed something like this again. And I've been thinking about starting horse riding again in the last 20 years, okay? Because I used to have a horse and I used to compete and I used to love it, okay? So I've always been a horse girl. And I basically was trying to think like, okay, I need something to look forward to. I've been a traveler my entire life. Okay, maybe I can go travel somewhere, but I'm kind of over solo traveling, so maybe I can do like a retreat or something, just to have like a purpose of going somewhere. And then suddenly a light bulb went on, and I was like, horse riding retreats, horse riding holidays. And I genuinely watched like hours of different horse riding holiday videos on YouTube and sobbed. Like I was just sobbing. I was so moved about how amazing that can be. I was just like amazed how I hadn't come up with this idea before and amazed that this is what people are doing with their lives. And that is my new goal, okay? In that moment, I created a new goal for myself to train first, learn to walk, train enough to become a really good equestrian again, and then I can go to Africa to do a horse riding safari. Okay. And like it was that thing that I created that got me through that day. And also that is now getting me through my life because that is my new goal. That is what I want to do with my life now. And it's just really important to um, focus on something that brings you joy, create a tunnel vision, and get delusional about it. It doesn't matter how you're gonna get there, just decide that it's happening and then tunnel vision it there. Just focus on getting there, and that's it. And also redirect your thoughts when you are struggling. So, yeah, this is my advice on how to deal with difficult emotions, difficult news, difficult sort of loss is number one, face your situation. Number two, feel your feelings and avoid numbing down with substances. Three, find new purpose or remember your why you are existing in the first place, and redirect your thoughts. And finally, get the Lulu, get freaking delusional. Just leave no room for doubt, for questions, for overthinking. Decide this is your life now and it is going to happen. Okay, thank you for watching. And also, I have this really, really cool ongoing offer right now. It's called the Higher Self Portal. And within this offer, I am offering healing as well as channeling. So, as I'm healing, I'm channeling what's coming through from your spirit guides, what messages they have you. I clairvoyantly see what's going on with your body. I'm able to understand the underlying emotional reasons behind, for example, chronic illnesses or whatever it is that you're going through. I'm able to connect to your higher self, your spirit team, and get guidance and healing advice from them. And also, some of them perform the healing themselves on you as well. So it's honestly an amazing offer. If you're interested, I will leave the link below. Thank you so much for watching, and please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time.